Hello, everyone. I am Jomar Sharp, and today we are going to jump into some leadership. I'm so excited to be with you guys today. As mentioned, my name is Jomar. I'm currently residing in Dallas, Texas, and a few more people jumping in. I just want to say thank you from across the pond, down under. Let's say, I guess it would be morning in Japan, so that would be konnichiwa, good mai. What other languages can I speak here? So we'll just leave it at that. Hola, ¿qué pasó? But I'm just really excited to be here with you guys on this leadership call. Mr. Thomas asked me on this past Tuesday, you know what, do you think you might be able to do the leadership call for us? And of course, natural nerves set in like, I don't know, sure, yes, I will do it for you, Mr. Thomas, as much as you give back to us and everything that you do for us. I don't even know why I hesitated, it's just my own nervousness, but natural nerves. But I'm just so glad that you guys are here. And I want us to have a great time on this leadership call. It's been a while since I've done a call with you guys. So you know what? It's going to be a little interactive. So be ready. Yeah, that's leadership. You're right. What I want to talk today with you guys about is something that really sits on my heart pretty deeply, because it's a lot of things happen in our lives, and sometimes we remember certain things, and sometimes we kind of just don't take the time to really think and reflect on some of those things that happen to us, or kind of what's going on through our lives. And we're always busy going here and there. So what I want to do is just trying to get the slide up here, is topic for today. If you are taking notes, which I hope you are, today's topic is a time to reflect. A time to reflect. So pulling up my notes here. So as we see, today is the 25th of March. And for those who track kind of the year by quarters, this is the end of our first quarter. So we're nearing that end. There's just a few more days. And so it's a good time to begin that reflection. So we still have work to do this month, but also we want to put in the work now that bears us the fruit for next month, ready to go as well. So I'm sure everyone's working on the different promotions going on. I know Ms. Diane Collins, she's excited about the insurance that was dropped, and things like that. I know Japan, they're still really excited about energy coming back. And for us, we've got promotions with Vivint, we've got gift cards here, meter beat programs there. There's so much going on. And so I know it's just really exciting. So I want to make sure that everybody's keeping focused on kind of what we're here to do. So through this quarter, I really want you to think about, and again, the topic is a time to reflect. From this quarter, it's almost over. What difference have you made in this quarter? Now, this can be in your business, in your personal life. This could be within your family. This could be, how many books have you read? How many times have you gone to the gym? Many people do those, the New Year's resolutions and hoping, okay, I'm going to get fit this year, right? And we know by the second week, 50% of the people don't even show up anymore, right? But that's not us. We're leaders, because the reason why I know you're a leader is because you're on this call right now. This is Saturday in the US. This is Sunday mornings across the globe. So the fact that you are here spending your time shows that you are a leader. Another one I wrote down here, a question to ask is, when have you called a loved one you normally don't call? So think about that. Take that one with you, write that one down, because that's something I'm saying to myself as well. I need to do better at that. And I haven't done, I said I was going to do it this year. I haven't done it yet. So it's, again, this is a time to reflect, because we can readjust, we can realign, and that's what leadership is. Now, again, this is not just ACN, this is within your life as well. You as a human being, your growth, your personal growth. So remember that as well as we ask these questions. Now, again, with the reflection, the reason why this topic, I'll tell you, 24 hours ago, I had no clue what I was going to speak to you guys about. And when I say no clue, I mean no clue. I went through the idea of like, all right, maybe I'll go on YouTube and watch a video, and then I'll just play it for you guys, and that'll get me out of actually talking. No, maybe I'll go on Destiny International and look at something that was played 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Nobody's going to remember that. And I'll just kind of recite what was said. I said, no, that's not genuine. That's not being a leader. Yes, duplication, but that's truly copy, paste, and not giving you genuinely and respecting the time that you guys have taken with me. So in the last 24 hours, I had to do reflection for myself. And so I really started thinking about what has transpired in my last quarter. And one of the things that I'm so thankful that Mr. Thomas shared with us was, and for those who may have missed it, he shared with us an audio book that is one that just really, it was timely, I'll say, for me. $1 million Year. You know, how much could you achieve in the next 365 days if you really had to? So for those, take a screenshot, save it later, send it to someone, you know, because there's so many people on our team, people who have been interested in ACN, who talked about it, who can really, really gain something from that book. And so for me, and I'll be personal with you guys. This is leadership. Let's do it. We're here, right? Is that okay, everybody? You know, are we good? Good. About a year ago, it's almost an anniversary for my wife and I, where we actually end up going into the hospital a little early. She was pregnant, and we ended up with twins, and she actually delivered early, and unfortunately, a little too early. So 22 weeks was just a little early, and baby boy survived 7 days. Baby girl survived 15 days. And it's pretty much the anniversary this time. And it was the month of March, kind of when everything happened. So when I started to reflect for myself, in this last 24 hours, I had to think, I went through a lot in this year. And this book, you know, what if I had to do something within the next 365 days? If I had to, what could I have actually done in this last 365 days? So I highly recommend you guys, you know, listen to that. I went through to the point of actually reading. I've listened to it actually 3 times. The third time I wrote notes, listen, stop, play, rewind, listen, stop, you know, so I highly recommend you guys do that, because it's got some great nuggets, and I'm going to drop a couple of them as we go through leadership today. So besides that, even today, you'll see I'm wearing a black shirt. I normally don't wear black unless I'm working out, just because, you know, you can't see the sweat when you're wearing black. But I actually went to a funeral today, and it was a friend's, it was my best man's father. So best man at my wedding, and it was his father who passed. And it just had me to think, like, what are we really doing with this business? We're playing with it. We've been playing with it. And what we'll do is think about that first day when you started with ACN. What was that emotion that you experienced? And I'm going to help you get there. What was that feeling? What was that? And well, we kind of throw it aside and say, oh, what's your why? What's your why? It sounds catchy. What's your why? But there was an emotion. There was a fire in your stomach. There was a fire in your belly. And so I'm going to help you get there, because I think it's very important that we reflect on that, because that helps us to ensure that we don't stray and we stay on the path of activities that lead us to our goals and things like that. So, but on a positive note, a third thing that led me to what I want to, this topic of reflection is last week. I unfortunately wasn't able to make it on leadership, but what I did, I actually attended a men's retreat. And this was specifically a men's retreat that was geared towards Black men, to just be together, to build, to exist, build camaraderie, to spend time meditating, reflecting is what we did, which was like, why didn't I think of this topic sooner, immediately? But we were able to share and just have a good time, and just a way just to kind of break away from, the stresses of life. And I know this is a leadership, and in this retreat is not related to ACN by any means, but I want to show you a little glimpse of what it is. So, because I think what it does, it actually sets the stage for the remainder of the call. So if you don't mind, I would like to share this with you guys. All right. So that was, kind of what to give you a glimpse of what it was. You can see that there was a lot of meditating, thinking, we were, becoming one with nature, as they say. But it was really just time to just get out and breathe fresh air. And it was actually hosted in Joshua Tree, California. So if you've not been to Joshua Tree, it is a very unique place, very unique place. The trees, I don't know if you were able to see any of the trees in there, but they're very unique, spiky and all this. It's just a beautiful place. So I'm glad I was able to go. But as you can see, there was a lot of meditating and just reflecting and connecting. And one of the things that I learned there was a breathing technique. So I'm altering it for this call, but the breathing technique just helped us clear our minds of everything happened before to now. So I want to just lead you on a very quick one, because what we're going to do following right after that, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and I'm going to ask you a series of questions, because I want you to actually really sit and think about those questions, but I want you to get all the noise out of the way. So what we'll do is, it's going to be very quick, but what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 cycles of this technique. Okay. So it's going to be 3 cycles. You're going to breathe in for 3 seconds. You'll hold your breath for 3 seconds and you'll breathe out for 3 seconds. So we'll do that 3 times. Okay. So I'll start you guys up again. It's breathe in for 3 seconds, hold for 3 seconds, breathe out for 3 seconds, 3 times. Okay. You guys ready? Indication, ready? Yep, nod head. All right, all right. Okay, everyone ready? Begin. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. 2, 3. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. So now what I want you guys to do is now close your eyes, because what I would like for you to do at this time is to use this time to honor, reflect, and inspire yourself, re-inspire yourself, because I want you to go back to that very first day that you started in ACN. Now, that could have been 2 weeks ago. That could have been 2 years ago. That could have been 10 years ago. But wherever it was, that day, when you signed on that paper, if you go back that far, or you went into the computer system and typing in your name, your email address, putting in that credit card, go back to that day. When was this for you? Then just think about that. When was this for you? And where were you? Put yourself back in there. Was it in someone's living room? Was it in a hotel meeting room? Was it, at an office? What was the weather outside that day? Were you having a busy day that day? Were you stuck in traffic on the way? Who was calling you to confirm that you were going to be there? Was it a coffee meeting? Was it a one-on-one? Was it a phone call? Was it 50 people there? Maybe it was on Zoom. Go back to that place. Who spoke? What were they speaking about? What was their story? What were they wearing? Were they funny? Were they relatable? Professional? Was it even a full presentation? Was there a video playing? If so, what video was it? Were there testimonials? How did they close the meeting? Did you have follow-up questions? How were those answered? At what time in that experience did you realize and make the decision to say yes? And actually, what was your decision? Who or what did you decide to do this business for? And I say who or what did you decide to do this business for? Now, it's usually a who, but to think through it. Now you can open your eyes. Go ahead and open them. Hello, everyone. Hey, thank you. Now, as I mentioned, you had your pen and paper that I asked you to grab at the beginning. Write down everything that you can remember from those moments, those questions that I asked. What was that emotion? Who was this done for? Because I want you to utilize writing this down, because this is something that's going to remind you the next time you get down, the next time you get that no and it frustrates you, or you get emotionally attached to that frustration, or that new IBO that you thought was going to be the new superstar goes in witness protection. I want you to go back, because sometimes we get so busy and so emotional and wrapped up in the services and points and dollars, and we sometimes forget, what was that feeling? Who are we doing and what are we doing this business for? Why do we spend so much time on these calls? Why do we take notes? Why do we drive across town to go to a meeting? Why do we try to get people on Zoom? Why? This is what you're writing right now, is the why. And I think we spend so much time saying, oh, make sure we know about the why. No, we really sometimes forget what that why is. And please write it down, because I know for myself, I lost track. And that's what I experienced in the last 24 hours. When I reflected for myself, I remembered I lost track of the real reason why I started this business, the real reason why I wanted to change my future. And so I knew it had to be something that I wanted to share with you guys, to where it's to do the same thing that I did for myself, is go back to that moment and write it down. Look back at it. I'm going to give you a few more seconds to just write it down. And while you're writing, just remember one of the things that, as I was writing things, preparing for this, they always say there's 2 start dates with ACN, right? There's 2. There's the day that you're writing down right now, that day that you started. You signed the dotted line. You gave the credit card number, Visa or MasterCard, right? As Mr. Thomas sometimes says. That's day one. That's one of the start dates. But the second start date is when you really get it. When ACN is really in you. And you know that you're doing this for the reason that you started on day one. And honestly, that reason will grow bigger and larger the more you get exposed to this business. So all I can really say for you guys, and this is something I say to myself, is let's stop wasting time. Let's stop making excuses. Let's stop blaming other people, blaming ACN. Oh, well, ACN changed this service. Well, ACN doesn't have electricity in my area. Blaming the industry. Oh, well, they're so restrictive on how we can say certain things. Stop blaming. Stop blaming. Stop blaming what happened to you as a kid. Stop blaming your parents. Stop blaming that bully that put ketchup in your ice cream that one day at school, right? That one kid that threw that one pebble at you at the playground. Let's stop. Stop blaming COVID. Stop blaming the economy. Stop blaming lack of education. Stop blaming, I got too much education. Stop blaming money. Stop blaming, oh, well, it's because of the city I live. Let's stop doing that, because it does us no good. Everything that happens to you is your fault. And once you can start putting that truly in perspective, then we can all be successful. And I just want to let you, I'm speaking to myself as well. So I'm not sharing this from, me thinking that, oh, I've already passed this point. No, I'm still growing. And we have to grow together. And I just want to leave you with this. I don't want to be before you long. It's Saturday, Sunday in some places, but this quote is actually from the book, the Audible book that was mentioned before. Feel free to take a screenshot, but it's something that I read through at least every other day. And it goes, you don't get what you deserve in life or business. You get what you are. Who are you? What are you? How are you? I can't answer that question for you. Only you can. And you can only truly answer it honestly to yourself. So guys, that's all I really had for you. I wanted to give you something from the heart, something that I would tell myself. But guys, let's stop wasting time. Let's stop. Let's focus on the things that help us achieve the goals that got us to that point to say yes to ACN. That's all I had. The only other thing is, hey, if you do want to come off mute and share.
Hey, man. Hey, man, I'm not crying. It's just raining over here.
Good job.
Great job.
Great job, sir. Great job.
If you're why, don't make you
Jomar.
cry. If you're why,
Awesome.
don't make you cry.
Jomar, that was good.
That was very good, Jamar.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Jomar.
you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
So
I want to say one thing, Jomar, here, and that is this. Over the last several months, I have been dealing with sudden scarcity. I've suddenly got all these collection agencies on me, which after having spent so long to bring my life back into financial integrity, somehow over 2022, I went out of integrity again. But I've been listening to a lot of T. Harv Eker, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, over the last few days. Exactly what you said. You know what? Why am I in this position? It's me.
Yeah.
It's all because of me.
Yep.
I was financially irresponsible. And you know what? When you ask what is my why, it took me 10 years in this business to finally figure it out. And that's what I'm looking for is lifestyle. I want to feel financially bulletproof, just completely financially bulletproof, like freaking Superman, And I just want to thank you for this training this evening. It was so powerful, and I really want to honestly thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Kush. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you for sharing, because I know that feeling of wanting to be bulletproof, safety, secure, so you don't have to worry. That worry, just want to be able to let that go and focus on the things that are important in life. So I'm with you there. Thank you.
Mr. Sharp.
Yes, TJ.
Yes, sir. It's TJ, and echoes to Mr. Cruz for me as well. And I just wanted to say we were on the same order. We were like this. Today I was listening via Echo to the book again, and I started writing down questions. And I know I'll get on Mr. Thomas's last nerves because I'm a question kind of girl, but I own it and I'm good with it. He will be one day too. But here's what I started writing down questions like, what happened? What habits do I need to change? What habits do I need to begin? Just listening to him, everything that he was sharing on the cruise. Who can show me the way? Of course, Mr. Thomas is one of those people, right? how are my relationships? Or I made a decision to grow one relationship a month intentionally, and not just a week or a little bit here, just seriously grow at least one, and then expand to say more. And then I asked the question, everybody laughed, is there a real MLM cruise? I think he said there is, and I was going to find out for sure. And then what's the bigger difference from top achievers versus the other folks? I really want to answer that question for myself versus what the author was talking about. He said, decide what you want, determine the price, determine what you're willing to pay for it for financial freedom. Again, echoing Mr. Kush. So I also began to ask questions where I am Ruth able, and I invite you guys to do the same. It just, not to reiterate the whole entire, audible, but we are on the same page. I began asking myself these principal questions. To be honest, I began writing a letter to Mr. Thomas to say, here's some more questions that I'm asking myself in order to get, because it's such a precious gift that he gave us to think that in 12 months, we could all be millionaires, right? To give us a bigger vision for our own selves, to decide to choose that, we're going to choose it. So I'm blown away by our synergy, and I appreciate everything you shared today. My condolences on your losses, your friends' losses, and much love to you and everyone on the line.
Thank you, TJ. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else want to share? Maybe anything they wrote down, something, a feeling they went back to.
Appreciate you, Jomar.
You're welcome, Mr. Ransom.
Oh shoot, Jomar, it's Diane from Australia, and my condolences too, as well, to you and your wife as well. So, but you brought back the feelings when you made me think. A lot of the times, I don't think we give ourselves, as you said, our time to think. Life is so busy, and we're just pushing and pushing and trying to push forward and do our best and to win in life, and to combat those barriers that keep coming up. We're just trying to keep climbing, and trying to keep over or keep on top of our things and keep our minds strong. But he gave me the feeling of that excitement back that I had forgotten about. Like, I'm still excited because I'm still going, but why I signed up, that the feelings, I had goosebumps, like when I closed my eyes, and that all came back, and just gives us more passion to keep going. We have got gold in our hands. Yeah. With this business that we really have. We're just so lucky that we have 4 amazing co-founders that are still there for us, still there for us to train us. Like Mr. Thomas gives us this platform to get everybody to train on, and you're in that league, Mr. Sharp. You're an amazing trainer. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Diane. I'm so appreciative of you. You are awe-inspiring. With as much of you've done just from being at home. And I know many people may not know, but, Australia during COVID was locked down, but you were able to utilize that time to really excel and grow. And you are awe-inspiring to me. So I'm just really honored to hear that from you, Ms. Collins. Thank you. Thank you, really. Anyone else? Feel free. It's fine. We can end it here. I just want to give everyone an opportunity, because I know some people are maybe should I not? I'll wait. No. But I just want to thank you guys, and thank you for going on this journey with me. Little different than what we normally do, but I felt it was right to clear the air, is basically what we did. Clear the air before we took the couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes, where we're actually getting back to that place. So I really hope you guys wrote something down that is something that you can reflect back on, look back on tomorrow morning, before you go to bed, look back on it 2 days from now, 3 days, whatever it is, being able to just utilize that to re-inspire you. Because the reason why we paid, and some people $500 at one point, $324 now, and everywhere in between, whatever it was, that cost that you paid, whatever that feeling that you had, Go back to that when you're feeling down, when you're questioning, when you have a bad day, when we go to work or go to our jobs when we don't feel like it, but then we excuse ACN when we don't feel like it. So when you start feeling that, go and read that, what you wrote down, and to get you back into place. So that's all I had. I'm really thankful for you guys' time and the kind words. I saw the kind words in the chat. So just thank you guys. And let's stop wasting time. Let's get it.